To the hospice fraud in California, Dr. Mehmet Oz says it is a major problem, but Gavin Newsom says that there is nothing to see here. Watch this.
Given the information that's coming to light about the reality of fraud here, has the temperature changed at all? Is there a greater willingness, you think, from California to share information with you and to get on the books with this?
I'm not sure yet. We are talking. Trying to get data from each other, trying to agree on what success looks like. But I'm not sure yet.
So the California governor still refusing to cooperate with federal investigators. He even went as far as to file a formal civil rights complaint after the Centers for Medicaid and Medicare Services director released a viral video claiming to show a massive hospice fraud ring operating out of Los Angeles. Take a look at this.
I'm in Van Nuys in Los Angeles, and this boarded up area above my head here is a big hospice center. There are apparently quite a few hospices around here, 42 within a 4-block radius. And these guys stole $16 million. Listen carefully. The main guy went to jail for 2 years.
2 years? Unbelievable. Our next guest also got a first-hand look at some of the potential fraud firsthand. Watch this.
Sign closed for lunch. We will return shortly. It seems to be a pretty permanent looking, it's not just a sticky note. It does not seem like a temporary tag you just put on a door to say out to lunch. It says out to lunch. Okay. Well, I take it that they are still out to lunch.
Why are you taking picture? Why are you asking some questions?
Because I'm curious what's going on. There's so many healthcare offices here and hospice offices.
Did you see any healthcare offices?
Yes, yeah, I see dozens. Have I done anything illegal?
No, hold on. Here we are.
911 for the city of Los Angeles.
Absolutely incredible. Independent journalist Christian Hartsock joins us now. Christian, apologize for cutting you off yesterday. You joined us. We had some breaking news we had to get to. But let's pick this up where we left off. You went to an office building in LA County where almost 100 healthcare companies are registered to the state, claiming to do business. What else did you find?
I didn't find much. I found, maybe two people who spoke to me. One of them was the woman who came to the door and said, "I cannot talk with you. My manager is not here." And then the other one was the auto repair shop man who got very hyphy with me. Nothing was left on the cutting room floor. That was the extent of my human interaction that day. In two buildings where there were hundreds of registered hospice and home care facilities.
It's absolutely incredible that it's this blatant, this fraud. You heard Dr. Oz there say that they are. Some people are being held accountable. 2 years in jail for $16 million, I believe he said it was. But you've described Los Angeles as the capital of hospice fraud. So how do these schemes work? And how are they able to cash in, and why is it flying under the radar of the government there?
Well, I mean, because you know our governor. Our governor does not care. This is not a new issue. There were 2,100 complaints from January 2015 to August 2021. Around 350 allegations of fraud and abuse, and indications that LA County networks alone are engaging in large and organized effort to defraud the Medicare and Medi-Cal hospice programs. The U.S. Centers for Medicare and Medicaid Services have identified $3.5 billion in Medicare fraud in LA County. And the LA Times was on top of this in 2020, 6 years ago. And that's what got the state to introduce the hospice regs that were supposed to take effect in January, which Newsom has not seen to. So I don't know what to say. I mean, maybe it's got to be up to my neighbors to maybe start voting differently. Maybe this, or to the American people, to take a good hard look at this guy who's going to be very likely running for president in the next year or two. Right. Well, you get the state of California claiming to be cracking down on this. I mean, that's what the Gavin Newsom claims to be saying here. But Dr. Oz says that the governor is not cooperating with this investigation. Why do you think that is? Well, I asked that very question to Assemblywoman Alexandra Macedo, who was the one who looked into this, along with the California Courier, with which I worked. And her response, her speculation at least, is that it's sort of a Baghdad Bob thing. He doesn't want the appearance of impropriety, to telegraph the appearance of impropriety. But it's your job as the governor to clean up the mess. So, I mean, the thing that baffled me is, well, why not earn the victory lap? Why not clean up the mess, change things, implement the regs that were recommended, and then do the victory lap? But he would rather just, sweep it under the carpet and say, we don't have any problems. We revoked 280 licenses, but did absolutely nothing. The Newsom administration was aware of the possible fraud during the licensing process for hospice facilities and continued to give out licenses regardless. There has been a way to stop this, and he has not done so. He'd rather say there's nothing to see here.
Right. Or he'll point the finger at President Trump. Somehow it's President Trump's fault. He seems to be taking more attacks at him for whatever it is. Independent journalist Christian Hartsock, I have to leave it there, but great job. Continue to keep digging through that fraud there in California.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Information. Truth is freedom. Is Newsmax. It's real news for real people.